104.1 KRBE. Let's get started. It's the Roula and Ryan Show.
Wake up, fool!
Hey, wake up!
It's about to get all stupid up in here!
Right here. Featuring Eric.
Eric, he is a bad, bad man.
Special K.
The big red K.
Are you threatening me?
I'm waiting for you.
And Sam.
I am a wife! I am a wife!
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula. And
Ding dong.
Ryan. 104.1 KRBE.
Good morning.
Good morning, Houston, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
It's Tuesday, August the 8th of 2023, 6 o'clock on the dot with the gang, Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. Happy Tuesday to you, friends.
Yes.
Not too happy for one member.
No. You want to share with us, please?
I'm salty pants over here.
Salty pants, well deserved, though.
I go to leave my house and I look outside and I'm like, it's weird. I'm seeing red, white, red, white, blue. Flash it. Flash it. He's right behind my car and I go out and I'm like, excuse me. Hi. He's like, hi, do you live here? I was like, yes, I do. He's like, is this your vehicle? I'm like, yes, it is. He's like, oh, cool. Someone smashed your window in and tried to steal all your stuff in it. I'm like, oh, cool. Thanks. We left it out there one night.
So from the picture you sent us, Sam,
Yes.
so somebody smashed into the car, not physically when another car got hit. It was hit for crime, not hit by a vehicle.
Correct. And because there is a scratch on the car, he's
Yeah.
like, I was like, oh, no, that was my driving. I did that.
That was my driving. So did they take anything, Sam?
No, there was nothing. There was nothing taken. There was nothing taken.
Did
Right,
they?
you're shaking
did the
up
cop
right now.
just see the window, and that's why he was saying that, or he said he saw them hit it, and that's why he
it
pulled
was
up.
a bunch of cars on my street just got hit.
So maybe it's just, could be
This
just a bunch
dude
of
was
punk
just-
kids just hitting and breaking stuff.
Absolutely, he had it on camera. He's like, "Have you seen this car?" I'm like, "Dude, it's midnight.
Yeah.
It's a black car. No, I don't know who that
A
is."
lot of times when they
So they're
smash
just
and
pulling
grab,
up. Yeah,
they
that's
want to,
stupid idiots.
they're looking for purses. They want to get
Guns.
credit cards. They want to run. When they get the credit cards, because this has happened to my ex-wife, they smashed out her window, and they're quick. They're casing
What
you.
happened? Like you parked. You said this the first time you parked on the side of the road. Or
No,
the
my
street, I mean?
house has a gate to it, and my husband we took him to the airport yesterday, and I was like, oh, we'll just leave your car there because my mom's in town, and then I just figured once I went to work today, my mom would just pull the car into our driveway that's gated, and we just left it there for one night, just one night.
Oh, I'm so
God.
sorry.
D-bags did that. It's just annoying because
It is, because the
Like,
glass of the window just
it's
pale the
so
window now.
freaking
And
annoying.
the glass
And
is so
I need
fine.
to go vacuum it up too. It's not like I can just because Kev was like, "Oh, there's a place by work that you can bring it," but I have to vacuum it. I can't sit in the front because it's my driver's seat
shutter.
window.
And line something on the seat because no matter how well you vacuum, you get those little tiny glass
Yeah.
crystals embedded in the seat. You don't
Annoying.
want to get hurt. But just be thankful nothing was in there.
No,
Like
there
I
was stuff
said-
in there. They just decided not to
It was
take it.
basically, I think, just
They just were
kids just
having
being
fun.
kids or
Yeah,
being
because if you go down the
jerks.
street, there's like 3 cars right up the street. There was like a nice Acura SUV. There was a Hummer, and then another like Honda Civic or something. And the Hummer was the one in the middle, and that one was all smashed in. They did 2 of their windows.
Oh, my.
man.
What a bunch of
So
jerks.
it's like people just suck.
It really should be video
mad.
cameras on every street.
I mean,
you know?
but
cars have like Teslas have them now. They have a car.
just because you have video of it doesn't mean you're going to get the assailant.
Right.
That's true, but a lot of time it does help deter when you get license plate numbers.
like even these rings that everyone has, you
Yeah.
almost need a ring,
Ring on
out,
the street.
out by the street,
Like on your
curb, like somewhere
mailbox.
because they pull up there and you can't see the license plate. Yeah, you might see that person, but
Right.
they have a mask on or a hat or something. You can't tell who it is.
I've got cameras aimed at the front yard, the backyard, the sides of the houses,
but it still
everywhere.
can't.
But
like,
it doesn't.
It's not getting
it
that.
doesn't usually
It's
get
not
the,
getting the
like,
license plate.
Yes, like Eric said, does not get the license plate. Years ago, I went to take my toddlers to the pumpkin patch for their 6 minutes. In the 6 minutes, as I'm filming them at the pumpkins, Sam, you can see the car come up to my Suburban and smash the window out for what? A diaper bag?
Right.
It was all just shattered glass everywhere, and you could not see the license plate, even though I had a video of it, even if you zoomed, because of the way the thing works. And
Well, they
that's
saw
what
that
thieves
bag,
know.
and they were probably hoping that maybe it was like a oversized purse, because what they'll do is they'll take your credit cards and they run up to like CVS or Walgreens or Kroger or HEB and they buy gift cards. And if they buy gift cards under $50, they can just cash in all over the place.
Sucks.
No,
what they do.
I mean, when I say diaper bag, I'm talking about like a little toddler's backpack that's,
Okay.
tiny, and it had just diapers in it, and it was in the back seat. It doesn't. It's like a little backpack. I use it as the diaper bag. It's just obnoxious. You don't know why they're going to do it. They didn't even take anything, which is, I don't know if you'd be more mad if they took your stuff, Sam. It's just the inconvenience of
I think
the
you'd be more
smash.
mad if they took your stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know what I know.
It's
It
such a
sucks
violation.
but it's just the whole thing sucks. I mean, the window is broken now. Like you said, you got to vacuum the damn thing out. You got to go somewhere and get a window. You got to pay for it's just just for some bunch of punks. Just
And
like,
now my
the
mom
crowbar.
probably doesn't feel safe at my house. She's like, you should have lived in the other house. The other
I
house was
bet.
so nice and safe.
Like, Mom, that's not helping.
That other house was so safe, Samantha.
That's a problem when you
yeah,
want
you
to
said that
up
when
and
you
coming
moved to the new house.
places. If you want to, that's how you make money by buying places that aren't, they're about to boom and make lots of money down the road. But
Yeah, a lot of people
to live in
they-
that right now when it's not as safe, I guess.
Yeah, what do they call it?
But nothing's safe.
Gentrification.
We live in Houston.
Right, absolutely.
7 million people here.
Yeah.
You're gonna have things happen. You live in the country. I've had people break into my house once.
Did you really?
Well, the guy, I think it was punk kids. We never locked our doors. He just opened it, knocked a bunch of magazines over, and I looked at him. My mom was making a big pot of chicken noodle soup, and her Mackinac Island sweatshirt was in it.
They put a sweatshirt in her soup?
Yeah, some punk kids.
Jerks.
But just that feeling of knowing someone is in your house.
It's a violation. You feel violated.
Like I saw some story today about Airbnb. These two girls found these tunnels and these peepholes in this Airbnb they're at.
Oh, my.
I didn't get to see the whole video, but I'm like, oh no.
Some creepers
That's why
watching you.
I feel like 90% of the people are creeps. But they got the fake chargers with the little light in them, with a camera in it. I don't know. People are gross. Why do people have to do that
I
stuff?
don't like to think people in general are bad. I just think a few bad apples spoil it.
I mean, if they have to sell this stuff, obviously there's a demand for it. There's all those spy shops.
Yeah, people that buy in those stores, they should absolutely have to keep a record for the police.
Yeah, it's like, why are you buying that stuff? If you're buying it because you think your mate's cheating, fine. You're buying it because you're doing
Because you're a
Airbnb.
creeper for Airbnbs? No.
Ugh.
Sucks.
How about
Unless
let's
they
switch
want
to
to just-
something a little
No, we're
bit.
in a bad mood.
How about something positive I think you'll like? According to the official Whataburger Day announcement on their app, Whataburger, at Whataburger, you can grab a free burger today. Today's Whataburger Day, August 8th.
Nice.
Is
So-
it the day they opened or something? Was it the day that Whataburger was established? Why is it
I'm not
Whataburger Day
sure.
today?
I got to get the full story, but the Whataburger Rewards app, you can use that at participating locations today. Good for one free classic Whataburger.
Whoa, a burger.
Oh, you have to have the app.
That's what
That's the thing. That's what
They're
they want. They
pushing
want
the
you to get
app,
the
yeah.
app.
Yeah.
Because once you get
I
the
don't
app,
think the app costs anything.
I'm sure that line won't be long today.
no, that's all.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
but that's all I need is a daily email from Whataburger.
Well,
That's a
no,
problem.
you
Why
can
not?
opt out of
Just to remind you to
emails.
go.
I know, but like Kevin's got a point with anything. Yeah, it's like when does it end?
As soon as you sign up or get the app, it's like then I start getting the
Thanks a lot,
incessant
Jimmy.
emails.
Well, as
Jimmy
soon as you
John's
buy
I get it on my
anything.
phone all the time. Jimmy John's like, hey, Eric, no, you haven't been here to try our 6-inch. Come on.
And here's
Yeah.
what you do.
Like,
You
no.
go
Yeah,
to the
they'll send
page.
you reminders.
Yeah.
You go to the bottom of the
eaten here yet.
email, and you hit the unsubscribe
But then you
button.
need it because when you do order it, you have to then go back. It's
Yes,
a
because
vicious
Eric
cycle,
needs to know
Ryan.
when that jalapeno cheddar biscuit's going to end because they
Yeah.
brought it back just for him.
I think I heard that McDonald's has a jalapeno biscuit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, really?
Anybody know this?
Competition.
37530 text. Is this a real thing or is this I dreamt it? I could have swore I heard a commercial on our radio
you dreamt
station.
it? Or what's that website, Kevin, you always say Rula goes to?
Rula's Bed Bath and
Oh, the
Beyond.
knockoff thing.
Yeah.
You got to explain that for
That's the
our
new thing.
6 o'clockers.
Okay, so I had sent Kevin and I think I sent it to Sam also a picture. Or did I send it to everybody or just to Kevin and Sam? You all would tell me if you all got
No,
it.
I think we
I never
all
got that.
one at one
Okay.
time.
So it was, Bed Bath & Beyond is going out of business. And when I went about 2 weeks after they announced, there was all this stuff in there they don't usually sell.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a lot of it. And I go, I don't understand what is all this? And the guy goes, well, when somebody files for bankruptcy, a lot of times they bring in stuff they don't usually sell to try and clear inventory. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but why are you
So
selling
on
carburetors?
Instagram- right,
Get rid of
yeah,
it,
it was
guys.
leaf blowers, all this stuff. So on
AutoZone needs to get rid
Instagram,
of
it looks like the Bed Bath & Beyond Instagram, like when I was scrolling,
Mm-hmm.
and it said like a leaf blower was like $6.99. So I screenshot and I sent it to Sam and Kevin because they're the two on our show that would most need a leaf blower and use it.
I don't need one.
And maybe we need one, but we don't have one, Eric, and we would never use it ourselves.
Yeah.
So he's like, no way. But when you click it, it was this other website. Which I
It
do
was
not-
like bidright.shopify.shop.
it was something
EU.
.shop, and I was like, oh no, I got
Everything we
duped.
learned about in our
I
training.
got
at
bamboozled.
Work.
Yep. We learned this in our web training at work. Don't click on things. Don't click on anything.
We can't be
I
the
know,
only
but
one.
here's the crazy thing. It's not like an email came to me with a link. It's just as you're scrolling on your Instagram, and it said Bed Bath & Beyond's Instagram, and it said, going out of business, bankruptcy, closing sale. Here are these 4 items. And I was like, wow. But when you do click it, it says .shop. So I was like, damn it, that's not Bed Bath & Beyond.
Scammers are getting
so now that's my
craftier.
joke. Are you on that Bed Bath & Beyond Insta? Guys say Insta again. And when there's a bamboozle site.
Yeah, didn't you have some kind of like breaking story last week? You were like, tell me this isn't real. And Kevin responds, then think you're on that Bed Bath & Beyond site
you're
again.
back on there.
Anytime she sends something questionable, I'm like, it's the Bed Bath &
Well, now the
Beyond
news
site again.
yesterday covered, I saw ABC 13, I think, did it on QR codes, which I told you guys this month
You
ago.
got to be careful with those things.
Menus, I'm not falling for that, especially like you park your car somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
and to pay for the parking?
I go to Rice Village to park there. My wife's like, just don't pay.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's like, it's
Give
not,
you a ticket.
it's not like you get a ticket from the police. It's like that area.
Oh. It's the
Now, I don't know
like-
how it works there,
It's not like
but
a cop's
Bel
giving you
Air.
a ticket. It's like that.
Oh, they're
whoever
going
owns
to
that-
track you down, and then they're going to
Shopping
put.
police?
But I'm afraid to put
It's
some of
not
these
the police.
QR codes because people put these fake QR codes on
put
there.
stickers on top of them.
Stickers, that's going around right now
Yeah.
on these spots. So gas stations.
And then
just be
what
careful.
happens when you click them if they're fake?
Then they get into your
Yeah.
accounts. They have
They can hack
They
your
get into your
phone.
phone and they
Yeah.
have access to all your stuff.
Be careful with
So
QR
be careful
codes.
on QR codes.
But I know what
Okay.
you're talking about, the parking thing. Same thing at City Center. If you go there, they have the little Paul Blarts going around,
Yeah.
ticketing
So
people.
I got a ticket once.
And guess what? It's not a legal ticket. It's just they ask you to pay the fine as a donation.
It's like, is it an Humble? Or is it Kingwood? Where is it where they have those cameras still? And it's because they made it signed a deal years ago for traffic. You'll get it in the mail, and you don't have to pay that if you get one of those.
No, because traffic cams were
They're thrown
outlawed
out. Yeah,
in
they're
Texas.
but they still have to deal with them. So they're still making $1 million a year because people want to do the right thing and pay it.
Ah,
Because
okay.
you think about it, you get that in the mail, you see your license, you go, oh, crap, I don't want to get a ticket. No, you don't have to pay that. That's BS. I can't believe they still do that.
Yep.
In which town is that?
I think it's Humble.
Because
Could be
Roula, what
wrong.
they do
Text
is
me if it's somewhere. I think it's Humble.
they sign contracts with the people that operate these, red light cams, and they still have to honor their contract just because it was ruled unconstitutional in Texas.
that area still has to pay for it.
But also, Eric has push and win on speed dial, so he's like, I don't know. He's ready to fight anything that's coming his way.
I'm like, hey, use our friends as much as we can.
You look at
hey,
Eric
Ramsey,
Braun.
Hey,
I'm going to sue you.
pish posh. Kevin's got Ramsey looking at his sores on his elbows.
Why do you have swords on your elbows?
that sounds really bad. Sounds gross.
I had to go.
Sores.
I was watching-
That's the word you don't want to wake up to. Why do I have these sores?
I was watching wrestling last
Ew.
night, and one of the wrestlers, like his elbow was like swollen 3 times bigger than an elbow. It looked like a big times like a softball,
like a cauliflower
like a softball
elbow.
And they had put that in the storyline. He got jumped from behind. That's why he couldn't wrestle.
Oh.
So stupid. I can't believe I watched this crap.
Sure.
I do love it.
I'm such a mark.
It's got the storylines for like 8-year-olds.
It's me and 8-year-olds jump up and down. Yay, Cody Rhodes.
Okay, coming up next in Celebrity Scoop, you hear about these artists that have these huge tours that cost so much money. They make so much money. Like Taylor Swift gave $55 million to the crew and the truck drivers, all the things. Beyonce paid a lot of money just so her fans could continue to enjoy her show. I'll explain that in Scoop. Coming up next, here's your official weather for today.
Oh, it is going to be yet another hot one. This is Houston's hottest start to August in the last 12
This
years.
is like 31 days in a row.
Yeah,
or
it's
something like that.
insane. They're saying that they're predicting the streak of 100-degree days will end up in second place, only to the previous record set back in 2011. That was 24 straight days.
And by the way, real quick, someone did text. A couple people did. It is Humble. The traffic cams, they made $3 million on them in 2022.
Whoa!
And you don't have to pay them.
That is crazy. Right now it's 82 degrees and 6:14 on the Roula and Ryan Show.
I'm very proud to present Roula and Ryan's Celebrity Scoop on 104.1 KRBE.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget it's the summer of 2020 free. Today, 820, 120, and 520. Your chance to score something fun to get you into the running for $10,000. We're getting closer to the end of the summer. The gift today is a $100 Target gift card, which you walk in there for 2 things, and you walk out of there with $100 worth of things. So imagine we're going to send you in with a $100 gift card. Is up to you to keep it to $100.
Yep.
Not make it too
You can
much.
impulse buy up to $100.
So that's fun. Okay, so we just played Karma by Taylor Swift. She's still wrapping up her Eras tour here in the United States. And because the Eras tour stage and setup is so giant, last week the news was that Taylor gave $55 million to the crew, everybody who puts those shows together, the truck drivers that drive the trucks, all the people behind the scenes. Look, she's making a lot of money. She doesn't have to, but it's a good thing because without them, her show doesn't go on, right?
Yep.
A lot of times, these venues, she's been performing in the rain because she's doing these stadium tours, and NRG is covered. We have a roof, but not all of them do.
Rain or shine.
Like Luke Bryan just last week. My friend lives in Philly. They were stuck on the concourse for an hour and a half because the rain wouldn't stop, and Luke Bryan couldn't come out to sing. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't Luke Bryan. It was the one that brought the little boy up on stage. He does Fast Car.
Oh, Luke Combs?
Luke Combs. Thank you.
I think Luke Bryan's
Bryan.
sick or something.
Is he?
Yeah, not Luke
I saw
Bryan.
some tweets saying he couldn't make it to a concert or something. That's the worst. As a star singer, like in these bands that you hear about, these bands in the 80s and 70s at party, but the lead singer has to be careful.
Yep.
Right.
Although they rarely were.
Yeah.
They'd smoke, they'd drink, they'd
I'm just
party.
thinking you don't want to.
Have you ever been to a concert where you had to sit out in the rain? Like, I remember going to the Woodlands, that Kiss Aerosmith show back in the early 2000s, and it was like a tsunami. Like, it was just coming down sideways. But show went on.
I'd like to see if Beyonce, she'd be fierce doing it. With the rain coming down, the
Beyonce
wind,
has-
her hair, I could see her just killing it. Like, she's
Yeah,
like, I'm
but
dancing 10-inch heels.
She was going to try, Eric, but when there's a lightning storm, of course, for everybody's safety, they're like, no, you're not going out there. And her last show at FedEx Field in D.C. was on Sunday night. They delayed it 2 hours because of this massive lightning storm. So people had to take shelter in their cars. People were inside, whoever was inside the stadium had to go undercover, and they had to wait. Well, the longer it takes to wait it out to do your show, what happens? There's always a curfew. They say you got to get out of here by 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock, whatever it is, because you're going to pay those fees. Besides paying those fees, the train system in D.C. is how a lot of people got around to get to her show.
Ooh.
So she spent $100,000 to make sure that the trains, to keep all the metro trains running at all 98 stations for the extra time.
That was nice.
So that when her show is over,
Cool.
her fans can get home, which is awesome. And many years we've been talking about different things that celebrities request when they go to different venues, how they want their dressing rooms to look, what they want in their dressing rooms. Add Beyonce to the list now with Madonna, who requests brand new toilet seats in the backstage quarters.
I don't think that's bad. I would have had brand new toilets. I'd be like, can you
Eric
bring my
wants to
Japanese
spray your butt
toilets?
toilet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if I don't have the kind that can spray my butt, nope.
The whole reason they do
here's
this.
how it is. It's when you're older and you're seasoned and you've lived and you're like, oh my God, I have this toilet seat in my house that's so awesome. How can I live without it? Eric, if you were a singer on tour, I can totally see that being on your tour writer.
Oh, for sure.
And as it should be, because why not?
And even, I don't even know what it would cost to, they could bring the toilet in and have a plumber ready to go, put it in there, probably do it in a couple hours. Oh my God. Cost me $300-400. I already got the toilet paid for.
Well, if you're a billionaire like
That's what I'm saying. She's a
Beyonce,
billionaire.
I guess you could
what's
deal
$300
with
to
it.
her?
But the whole reason they have these tour writers, Van Halen was really the first band to do this with the brown M&Ms because they want to make sure that they are actually reading the rider. Because if they're not and they violate in any way, shape, or form, they can collect the money and just walk off and not perform.
People don't know what the brown M&Ms is.
You want
It's
to? Okay, so
you. I thought
they
you were talking
requested.
about legit.
They
Brown
requested that backstage they have a bowl of M&Ms with all the brown M&Ms removed. If they found a brown M&M, then the promoters violated their contract. They get paid. They don't have to perform.
All I think of is
And
there's
this is
some
before
gross.
you could buy the bag of colors.
Somebody's going through with their fingers and picking them out and
I know,
touching your
gross.
M&Ms.
Yeah, nothing.
And why did they have tan? Remember they had brown and tan?
Tan M&Ms?
There's two different browns. So I was like, this
There's
is,
a light brown and a dark brown.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The light brown was more like a coffee color, like a toffee color.
I was not a
enjoyed
fan of
that.
that.
They all taste the same.
It's gone.
Rula's
That's before
like,
blue and red came into the bag.
is it red you don't like, Rula?
Red and blue, I can't.
Those are the two
only
best.
colors I like to eat really is green, orange, and yellow.
But they're all the same
They're the ones
flavor.
I can do with that.
Blue is
I know.
so
I just
good.
don't like the colors.
Now, Skittles is
So
different.
I will, for every bag of M&Ms I buy, if I only eat the ones that are orange, yellow, and blue, and green. So the rest of them are just a throwaway, or I'm like, anybody else want these, or I'm going to toss them. So I'm only getting really like the half bag, probably the serving size you should eat. Let me,
It's
let
all
me go. Exactly. We were talking about the strike. It's still going strong for the directors, the writers, the actors. Everyone in Hollywood is striking. And Fran Drescher is the president of the Screen Actors Guild and American Federation of Radio and Television Artists. And she wanted to make a point that they are not just fighting for the big names you're talking about. She reveals a shocking stat, but the majority of the membership of SAG-AFTRA, for those that want to aspire to be the next Sandra Bullocks and Nicole Kidmans, listen to this.
You know, when we say that average is 65,000. That actually probably includes all the
it does, the highest paid.
Yes, very highest paid.
So what would you say is most actors make what?
I can tell you that 86% of our members cannot meet the $26.5 thousand a year threshold to get their medical benefits. That's 86% cannot make $26.5 thousand. In the real world, that's a part-time job.
Yeah.
So, that's who we're fighting for, workers.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. So if you
people like my daughter is part of that right now.
But think about it, these people are seen on TV shows. You see these people, and then you like, what?
You think
you're going to go work somewhere?
They're the extras, yeah.
Yeah.
But even people that maybe you had one hit show and you were like on the show. That was,
but when that show ends.
Exactly. Ahmad and I were talking off the air that, we were both watching in Just Like That on HBO. I caught up, Ahmad, to all the episodes that are current.
Have you? Me too.
Okay, so one of the characters is, in Hollywood trying to make a show work, got a really nice apartment, and then the show fizzles out. They're like, yeah, we're probably not going to go with it. And she goes, what? Oh my God, I can't afford this apartment now.
Right.
So she's like, just like that, just like that, she's broke and working in a vet shop, like, in a vet clinic.
Right.
Because she could not afford, she had all these multi-millions of dollars right there at her doorstep.
It was
and
right
with
there.
one
She
snap
moved
of somebody's
and everything.
fingers, they're like, no, we don't think this is going to go, actually. Sorry you taped all these episodes with all these people, but it's over.
Lots of heartaches.
Eric and I had a
lottery tonight.
The lottery. Oh yeah, the lottery tonight, right?
The lottery tonight is worth $1.55 billion. Cash buyout, $757.2 million. If you take it all up front.
Nice.
I don't even want to think about it too much because I'm going to get mad if I don't win.
You're going to get mad if you don't get
Well, just get mad now.
Fantasizing
the
about
chances
the
of you winning
car
is
that
so
I'm
wrong.
gonna get,
Like you're happy if you win, but then
house.
if you don't, in a way, you're like, I'm kind of happy I don't, because that's kind of money that could damage your family.
Hey, damage me. I don't care.
I'll be damaged.
Ahmad's like, I'll take that.
I'm already damaged. I'd rather be damaged than rich.
Well, you already have your kid and stuff. I mean, if you got like a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old.
No, I feel
grow
bad.
up in that world. So many people that are screwed up with money.
You're right. When people are born into that world, but there's no strife, there's no life.
Yes, but here's the thing. If I had whatever the hell $1 billion, that's generational cash, man.
Yeah.
They're not going to have to know it. You know what I mean? It's not like I won
But
$5
I think you
million.
should know it. I mean, I think
know
that's
they
what
should
Eric's
know
saying.
it, but if you won that and you have like an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, okay, look, I have 8, 10, and 12-year-olds. If I won that, I'm teaching my kids about money, but my gosh, it's not going to go with me. They're going to use it when I'm gone.
Unless you're like
That's a lot of
Warren
money.
Buffett.
Yeah, but then you never know what could happen. I've seen so many rich people have drug problems in high school. They go to certain high schools and they get in trouble and they're worth billions.
When you have access to anything that you want, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, coming up next, speaking of addictions, drugs and
this
lottery tickets, gambling, and all
Next
those things.
addiction is gross.
I'm so excited.
There
to get
is
to
a
play
show
this on
called
you.
My Odd Addiction, or was it My
Strange Addiction.
My Strange Addiction.
And there's
It's on
another one.
TLC.
This guy, it is one that when I read the story, I thought, oh, okay, I see. No, it's not what you think. This guy is addicted to something you can buy in the grocery store right now.
I think it's
He
Sam's
would
husband.
It is.
He would
I
clear
sent
the
him it.
shelves.
I was like, when did you step out on me, Mark? Because he's on a
But
date.
it is the strangest. You got to hear what this guy is addicted to and how is Sam's husband involved. Find out next on the Roula and Ryan show.
It's KRBE. Turn it up. With more of the Roula and Ryan show.
There's a couple of shows on TLC. There's My Weird Obsession, My Strange Addiction, things that people,
That's a good station.
consume.
For
Yeah. All right. If you not want to stress out, you just need something kind of calm to
Wonderful
watch.
TV.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It stresses me out to see this kind of stuff because I'm like, I can't watch this kind of stuff. It just gives me anxiety to see people obsessed with things like,
Eating kitty litter.
Toilet paper.
scratching pulling out their eyebrow hair and things like that. I'm like, I can't do that.
Extreme
But-
Cheapskates is good too.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Oh, yeah.
I actually had a
Do they
friend
still
on
have
that.
extreme couponers too? They still have that one, extreme couponers?
I haven't seen that one like they used to because
Right.
Because
don't
now
know.
with the apps and stuff.
I just remember
guess
the
not.
guy that's like, we only use the same deodorant. We each get one swipe.
That's
I'm
gross.
like, what a
Okay,
cheap
well,
ass.
let me throw these numbers out to you. You can text us at 37530 if perhaps you yourself are addicted to something odd. You can call at 713-390-KRBE because I want you to meet Tyler. Tyler was featured on My Strange Addiction. And it's not about eating this specific food item. It's other things. He'll explain. Here he goes.
They call me Tuna Tyler. and I'm addicted to smelling tuna. When people see me smelling tuna out in public, they might think it's a little bit different for sure. It might look weird to other people, but to me, I think it's perfectly fine. I love smelling tuna every day, all the time, all day, all night, any day, every day.
God.
And then?
Oh, he's stripping it.
Not only do I like smelling tuna, but I also definitely like to drink a little bit of the juice right out of the can.
Good.
What I love about tuna smell is definitely the fish light aroma with a little bit of sweetness. But what I love about the taste is the texture of it. I like it not too wet, but not too dry.
Tuna in water. Tuna in water is
horrible.
Tyler's addiction.
Yep.
I've always tried to buy the tuna, like I want to get healthy and get like the pouches of that tuna
Yeah.
at the
And then
store.
just sit in your pantry.
And I've never, I looked at it. I've never tried it. Because I like tuna. I love
My husband's crazy for that.
Sushi
But Sam,
tuna.
Your husband also is crazy for that. That's what I was wondering, Eric.
And
Was he
egg.
in the video? Was he by chance ever smelling fresh tuna? He was just smelling tuna in the
Can.
can.
It's just
right?
canned
Can.
tuna. It's his
Cheap
go-to.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because of that can, for the longest time growing up, I always thought tuna were these tiny little fish because they were in the little can, not
Thinking-
realizing they're huge.
You're thinking like sardines or something.
Yeah,
Sardines
exactly.
are like those really small
So,
ones.
Sam, does your husband eat the pouches a lot? Because that's a good protein boost for working out and stuff, right? Or is it the
I feel
canned
like
tuna?
you could go back to the, how do you say it, cheap steaks, or is it cheap steaks?
Cheapskates.
Cheapskates.
We are like
What do
that.
you think it was? Cheap steaks?
Cheap steaks? I don't
Cheap,
know.
and then like
Those might be on
skates.
sale at
Something.
Aldi.
You know, like
Like
skating.
you skate away? Okay.
Yeah,
We're
cheap
cheap
skates.
scapes, and we skate away.
Skates. Like a
Skates away.
skate. Like you're going
Cheap
skating.
Skates.
Yes.
Is
That
cheap?
doesn't sound, I thought
No,
it was
maybe
cheap
Sam's right.
scapes.
Maybe it is.
Oh, really? I
No,
don't know.
With a P.
cheapskate.
There's
It's
no,
just cheap.
Like skater.
there's no P in it.
I don't
no.
know. Well, I'm going to say
Yeah, it's cheap skate.
Not a landscape.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cheap
Okay.
skate.
I'd be
Okay,
second
okay.
guessing myself.
the bag
Okay,
tuna,
as you were
I feel
saying.
like is much more expensive than canned tuna. So Mark does canned tuna.
Does he put it
He's
on like
not
bread?
like this guy. He's not like this guy. Let me just
Does
say.
he put it on with rice or
He
what
puts
does he
it,
eat?
no, like he makes canned tuna sandwiches. That boy, if I was not in the picture, he would eat the same thing every single day for every single meal. Breakfast would be scrambled eggs. Lunch would be canned tuna sandwich. Dinner would be chicken and rice. Every single day, he could eat the same
That's
thing.
why he's
That's
in
a
good
guy
shape.
thing.
That's why he's got
and
abs.
over and over and over and
But
over
that,
again.
you're so spot on. That's a guy thing because
Oh,
I've lived alone for a long time and I pretty much same lunch every day.
yeah. But no, he does. So he does the canned tuna, right? You got to drain it. So you got to take the can opener.
Yeah.
You know,
He does the
push-
water, not the
push
oil.
the
right?
lid.
The water
the
only.
water. The water, not
only.
the
God, the oil one is gross.
And you
I don't
push
know why
it
they even sell
down,
that. Mm-hmm.
and then you squeeze it really hard. I don't squeeze it enough because mine always has like liquid. So I have
Does
to
he mix
use,
it with
I
something?
got to make Mark use his thumbs. He has that strong thumbs.
Yeah.
to
Is there a
squeeze
little
it out.
mayo in it or
So
something?
he puts mayo in
Salt?
it and
We don't need
Frank's
salt.
hot sauce.
Oh.
And then
Oh,
he puts it.
interesting.
And then he puts it on bread.
Put that stuff on
That sounds like
everything.
that'd be good. When I was a kid, I
I'll
grew up
try that.
eating that.
It's like super
That's something
basic.
we would
I guess
eat.
we could do it for Try It
Because
Tuesday.
they have jalapeno, they have all kinds of different flavors and
They
stuff
do.
too.
He just does the basic.
We've all
one.
tried
But we
tuna
got to do the
sandwiches.
can, Eric.
I've
We
never
got to do
tried
the
tuna
can, not the
sandwich before.
pouches. You could try the pouches, but the can is
Yeah.
a different texture situation,
It does.
especially when it's
It's
sitting in that water.
thicker.
Yeah, the pouches are a little bit drier because my husband is the king of buying the pouches and then not finishing them. So I'm
Yep.
looking at the expiration dates in my pantry, like, it's time to throw out this tuna. But when I was a kid, I totally grew up eating those sandwiches for sure. We'd put, and I don't like mayonnaise, but you have to mix it with something. Once I
Otherwise
mixed it
it's
with
real
mustard just to
dry.
see.
Mustard?
Ew,
Yeah.
mustard tuna.
I mixed it with mustard,
Oh.
chopped up sweet pickle, and chopped up red onion. The mustard did not do me any favors, but I can use a little bit of Hellman's mayonnaise and chop up red onions, chop up some pickle. I like sweet pickles in the
Pickles in
tuna.
it is so good.
Ugh.
Yes,
Pickles.
some
Sweet
lemon
pickles.
juice.
Oh, no, you got to go dill.
Like that
Like
Yeah.
pickled.
light of the sandwich,
Pickled
then a
onions
pickle.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
Light of the
Ugh.
and I
sandwich,
was
then a pickle.
that. And here's my thing, guys. Here's the shocking thing. I was talking about this with my husband a long time ago, and I'm bringing it back around. When we were kids, you know, even now they don't have refrigerators for everyone's lunch in the classroom, right? You might have a refrigerator, like an insulated pack with a freezer little block, but I was just taking like a tin lunch kit or a plastic lunch kit to school with my tuna sandwich and my chips and my fruit roll up, and that was my lunch, and it wasn't refrigerated. And I'd get there at like what 7:00 in the morning. We make the tuna sandwich, and then. I mean, actually, I made it the night
It's
before,
amazing
and then
we
I
all
spoon it
didn't
into the thing, and
die
then we
of
eat it
food
like
poisoning.
11:30 or 12.
You had tuna as a kid in
Oh,
school?
she's the girl
Yeah,
that had
and
the
I wasn't
stinky
the
lunch.
only one.
Oh.
No, I wasn't the only one.
It's
That
healthy.
was like a
it's
a lunch
really
people brought.
cheap, if you think
Did
about
you
it.
kiss your husband like at lunchtime after he ate that? Or do you like,
I mean, yeah, that's the thing. It smells so bad.
especially if he
when
grows a
he's like-
beard? He doesn't have a beard.
Oh,
but
yeah.
if he did.
Oh, no, he has a beard.
Does
He
he?
has a beard
I
and a
haven't seen him.
mustache right now. Because I went to try and kiss him before he left when I left for work, and I was like,
Get the
"Where are
tuna
your
beard.
lips at?" Like I couldn't find them because his mustache is
All the
like
scruff.
grown out. I was
There's
like, "Where?"
tuna in it?
Yeah,
Ugh.
at nighttime I just found
Gross.
it again, and then I just
Pick
ate
the
it.
tuna out
I
of
just
it.
ate
Hey,
it.
yo, time for KRBE's
yuck.
Roula and Ryan show to tell you what's going down in H-Town.
Oh, God, that's so gross. All right. This is brought to you by
Just
Duncan.
kidding.
This was Houston's hottest start to August all the way back to 2011. So this is the hottest start we've had to August. In fact, they're now predicting the streak of 100-degree days is going to end up in second place only to the 24 straight days back in August 2011. So
Wait, what?
There were
It was
24
hotter
straight days.
then?
I thought we had
It was
30
hot.
days in a row.
August was the hottest.
Yeah,
August.
This is miserable.
This has been like 3 months
August was
of
the hottest
death.
August back in 2011, and now
Wow.
What
they're
were we doing in
hoping-
2011? I have no idea.
I think that's when the
2011
lakes dried up that year.
Probably.
Well, they
And
are
can I
saying-
make a note about how hot it is? Yesterday, I sent my kids to Typhoon, Texas with our babysitter. Shout out Typhoon, Texas, awesomeness. But my babysitter flipped her flip-flops upside down so that when she got off the ride, it wouldn't be hot in the surface of her flip-flops.
Yep.
The bottom of the soles melted.
Oh, I bet.
The bottom of her soles melted, facing up to the sun. That's how hot it was
man.
yesterday.
That is hot.
Someone was running around making sure they're wearing shoes at the water park because it's so dang
Oh
hot.
yeah. Did you see people
wow.
running around? It's
Now, do you have to
hard.
pay for her new flip flops because you made her take
Oh, yeah.
kids?
I have about 600 pairs. If she wants to take one from my house, I have no problem.
Yeah, but are they the right
Can I write
size?
this as an expense?
Yeah, good point, Sam. Yeah, I don't want your crappy used. I want
You
new.
use flip-flop that's 5 sizes too big.
Roula just goes to Old Navy.
I got some Crocs she could have.
Old Navy flip-flops are like what? $2 at
They're
Old Navy?
so cheap. Yeah.
So cheap. They're so cheap.
I'm just
Okay.
being silly.
So, according to this study that they just did, they found that days of excessive heat are associated with an increase in mental health-related ER visits. Heat impacts our serotonin levels, which is the primary neurotransmitter that regulates our mood. And we are more likely to experience an increase in stress, fatigue, and decreased levels of joy and happiness when we have this kind of heat.
Well, can I tell you something? My ankle fusion surgery was on July 19th, and I have not been outside since that day.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
You're not missing much.
You picked a
I
good
have been
time to do
in
it. Then.
my house. I have been
hot.
in my house. All I did was open the door to the back. Oh, I'm sorry. I went back for the post-op appointment. That's when I went outside. But that was a quick jump in the car, jump out of the car. But that's it. I'm just looking out my window saying, gosh, it must be really hot out there.
Well, the operator
go
of Texas
outside.
Power Grid, ERCOT, has extended a weather watch ahead of what the agency predicts could be record demand. The watch does not indicate the state will see widespread outages or that ERCOT will call for energy conservation. The watch is merely an indication of forecasted high demand on Texas power infrastructure, and it's going on now through Friday. And according to the official Whataburger Day announcement, if you have the Whataburger Rewards app today, it's August 8th, Whataburger Day, you can actually get one free classic Whataburger. So that's kind of.
And from what people
deal.
are telling us, Ryan, they do not get emails from Whataburger when they have the app. They simply get a text when there's a special like this. And Whataburger opened on this day in Corpus Christi, like in the 50s. I don't know what year it was. Somebody texted us.
Oh, that's pretty
73.
cool.
They're celebrating their 73rd birthday.
That's 50.
Yeah.
73 would be 50 years.
It was online. I read it. It was 73.
Yeah, so it's the 50th anniversary then.
Oh, okay. You said 1973. That would be 50. That would not be 73.
Well, 1950, I think.
No, it's somewhere in the 50s. Somebody
it
texted
wasn't
us
in
the
the
year,
50s.
but I can't
Okay.
remember.
Sam was saying it's 73rd anniversary.
Oh, I thought she said 1973. Okay, never mind.
No, somewhere in the 50s. Math
How about the Mega
failed us
Millions
again.
Hit Sam on the head.
You can buy your ticket now because the drawings tonight,
Google it.
$1.55 billion up for grabs, $757.2 million cash buyout. That's what's going down in H-Town.
Coming up next, somebody got their revenge when somebody messed with them. We're going to hear all about it next on the Roula and Ryan Show.